I don't want people to see we're live. We're shut up.
We went live and you have to blow your nose?
Yeah, well, you know what?
Dig, baby, dig.
It's natural, bruh. It's natural.
Dig.
Hit the intro and I'll be done.
All right, fine. Hey, welcome everybody. This is actually Just RAGIN. It's the vlog about nothing and everything, but mostly nothing. I don't know if we have anything today, but you know what? I've got an intro. We can do that. We'll be right back after this. RAGIN. Welcome everybody. Make sure that you are hitting the subscribe button and sharing the live stream out to your friends. We are simulcasting to Geek Insider, Indie Bolt, Comics in New Jersey, as well as RAGIN AVC. That's right, hit the button. Let me drop the card here. Hi, Anita.
What's up?
Did you finish digging?
Oh yeah, look. Good.
Clean? I don't know if I am. I might be. I don't know. It's something that I always check with my husband when we go out. I'm like, hey, and I'm like pointing. He goes, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I do that in public too. I don't care. You know why? Because I'd rather somebody that I trust tell me that I have a snot up my nose than walk around all day and then wonder how many people saw
and didn't say shit.
And didn't say shit. I hate that. I hate that.
Me too. It's
like
so
tell
rude.
Me. Yeah, tell me. But that's just the way I am. In fact, the one time though, people are really sensitive. The one time I handed a person a tissue. I didn't say anything. I just handed them a tissue and I just kind of like went like that. Mm-hmm. And then they got mad at me.
Because you saw it?
Because I saw it. I'm like, how dare you see something and point it out? I'm like,
and if they would have done that, I'd be like, hey, you had a booger hanging at you. I would have loud capped the shit out of them.
No, I'm not going to do that. But it was just, you try to be discreet and stuff like that, and then they get mad at you. I'm like, really? It's like that's the last time I try to like help you,
right?
Like I have no incentive now to be truthful with you.
You better hope nothing's oozing from your orifices, because I am not telling you shit.
It's like somebody coming out of the bathroom with like toilet paper stuck in the back of their pants, and nobody says it, But but it's okay to be a laughing stock, right? I mean, what is wrong with people? I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have a lot to say except that I was woken up this morning about 5 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping really hard, and then little by little, I was getting this migraine. And then finally about 5 o'clock, I was feeling nauseous enough and awake enough that said, screw this. And so I got up and I was up for a little bit and I was waiting for the Excedrin to kick in. So I'm feeling a little off today, just tired.
You're not on your A game?
No, and my head still hurts. It's still like kind of there. So it's like one of these all day battles. And it kind of sucks because I have shit to do.
We do have shit to do.
We always have shit to do. But honestly, like when I'm done with this, I'm getting away from my computer and I'm boxing up more books because that's going out in tomorrow's mail. And then fulfillment is done.
Wow.
I'm done with book fulfillment. And then we can focus on like our scripts. And I even thought about... I know this sounds crazy, but I even thought about getting one of those refurbished Wacom tablets.
Oh, yeah.
And trying my hand at drawing a couple of things.
Digitals.
I thought about it.
So fancy, Meredith.
It's that or just, like the real quick roughs. on how I envision some of these stories that
to give to an artist.
To give to an artist.
Right.
So at least they have a heads up and stuff like that. I think
Right.
I want to try my hand at that because I am familiar with layout, but it's more with newspapers.
Oh.
What?
Speaking of giving roughs, that's all the funniest post yesterday. Jim Noble posted this god awful stick figure holding waffles for a freaking for a rough idea or so. I don't know if he was just fucking around and it wasn't really the rough or whatever. But then Steph drew the actual picture. And I don't even know in which order they did it, but it was fucking awesome. You need to totally go over there on Jim's page and look at it.
Jim E. Noble, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stick figures.
Yeah, it was a stick figure holding a toaster with waffles, and that was his rough. It was like it was awful. And then Steph drew the sexy chick with the smiling toaster and the waffles popping out, and it was great.
Okay, all right. Mike Jimmy says migraines are the worst. They are. It's terrible. And get a Huion or XP pen and Clip Studio Paint. You'll be set. Clip Studio Paint is on my radar. I'm waiting because I think twice a year they have a super sale.
Yeah. We'll talk about that after.
Okay. But so I'm looking into possibly getting that. Not because I'm an artist, but I think that I could definitely do like roughs and basic layout and things like that. At least I'm going to try. And if it looks like shit, Nita will tell me because she tells me stuff like that. She's like, it's shit. Fix it. I'm like, okay.
I don't say fix it like that. I'm not rude. I'm not you. I'm not like, hey, Nita, you need a break. Wow. Okay, Meredith.
Sometimes, well, okay, when it comes to like being like full on honest, if you are sitting next to somebody and normally everything's like really, really cool, but the energy that's just coming off, and maybe it's because of something that they're dealing with or something they're going through and stuff, and it's like I feed off of that. I was even talking to Mog yesterday that ever since I was younger, I used to mimic because I didn't understand how to read a room or how to read body language and things like that. So it's always been a study because of Asperger's. So everything was kind of alien to me. And so when I see somebody, here's a funny like true story. I was talking with somebody, it was at work, and they're a fast talker anyway. So they were talking kind of fast, and I started mimicking them, and we were just like kind of going at it, and we were really animated. And I realized that I was talking so fast that I had to stop. And I grabbed her, and I was like, breathe for a minute. And she's looking at me like, what's wrong? I'm like, you're talking so fast, I'm talking faster, and we're a train wreck. And she just started laughing because she realized that that's exactly what we were doing. And I was just like, okay, now we can talk regular again. It was almost like hitting the reset button. So when I'm feeling like this energy and I'm already feeling low energy and it just felt like pulling me down.
Nita's working my nerves.
It wasn't working my nerves. It was working the energy though. And I was like, I'm like, either I gotta go or you gotta go. So I said, Nita, go take a break because you were already saying I need a nap. And I was like, okay, perfect time to do that.
Hello, Joe D. McPhee.
Mike Jimmy says, you'll save the artist and yourself hours of back and forth with it because of basic layout. Yeah, I mean, I understand layout in newspaper capacity. When I think of my stories, I do see them visually. So trying to lay out my words on a page sounds like a pretty interesting challenge that I'm looking forward to trying. But yeah, I'm waiting for my tax return. Speaking of tax return, so it says approved, but for whatever reason, however it is that they calculated it, they were like, no, it's going to be $1,200 less than you thought.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, wasn't that nice of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you. So that's like $1,200 less than I was expecting. Yeah. So the budget remains tight. Not a lot of leeway to fuck around and get some fun stuff. But hey, it is.
It's coming. It's coming. Work's picking up for both of us. And...
Work's picking up. So there's that. Hey, Nita.
Yo.
What do you got there?
Oh, sorry.
No. I mean, like, what is that?
It's a Pop-It. It's a fidget toy. It's cool.
Is that better than bubble wrap?
No. Nothing beats bubble wrap. But usually it's quieter. This one just hasn't been broke in yet. But it's kind of cool because it does pop a little bit. But
see, I don't know if I don't know if I would want one of those because I have my pencils, and I twiddle my pencils.
Look, I found this one on the road. The whole trip I was looking for one, right?
Yeah.
The whole ride back, I found them everywhere because I left mine at home for MegaCon, and I fidget a lot with my hands, and so yeah. So like the whole way, like I realized I'd left it. We kept our eyes open, didn't see them fuckers everywhere. From the very first stop we made on the ride home until we got back, they were everywhere. At every fucking gas station, they had them in various sizes. In fact, this one I picked up on the road. Like just, I love it because I fidget constantly. I fidget when I'm thinking. I fidget when I'm nervous. I do. It's really stimming is what it is more than fidgeting. It's just a self-soothing thing I do.
I have my pencils. Actually, I lost the pencil that I was working on. Where like working my way through it with my thumb. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you see all the paint's missing in the middle there, and it's really indented. You can't tell from the camera.
This one's been played with enough to where like I have to put it right up on the mic. Yeah, I know, right? Thanks, Mom. That's great. That is exactly what happened, Jody. Like, seriously.
Then I had to point it out.
Right? Like, this one barely makes any noise at all. I can't help myself. Oh my God. Okay, this isn't the...
twirls his hair. And it's funny. What was... So, with her, like, counting and things, I count too. And I was telling her last night.
We didn't even bring up my counting. They don't even know what you're talking about.
When I knit and crochet, it's kind of funny because I'll sit there and because I'll count. If I hear a pattern, I'll start counting it just to see if there is a pattern. And so, but like, what's weird is when I knit or crochet, it's because I need that quiet moment. But it's not really quiet because I'm counting. Except I only count to 1. I'm like 1.
Hey Meredith, what's this going to be?
Go down the whole row of whether I'm knitting or crocheting. It's all 1.
She's psychic too, though. Watch. I'm going to test your psychic abilities, Meredith.
Oh no!
Yeah, how many is this going to be?
Oh, that's 10. Always. And I remember the first time I heard you, and I was just like, I'm like, what? Why are you knocking? Because I was listening for a while. And I was counting. I was like, okay, 10. And then I asked her, I said, why are you counting? And all of a sudden she went like this. Like she brought her hands up to her chest and she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, the knocking. She's like, how did you know? I was like, I have ears. And I'm like, why 10? And she's like, I don't know.
It just seemed like a good number. One time for each finger.
If I screw up, I have to do it over again. But yeah, I count everything. I don't know if it's OCD or if it's Asperger's or maybe both.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand.
Mike Jimmy says, I'll snap my fingers when I know when a red light turns to green.
Oh, yeah.
I used to... all right,
Hello?
So... I used to do this. I'd be like, my kids would be in the car and I'd be sitting there. And I said, okay, you guys ready? Count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. And I go like that. And it would turn green. And they're like, "Oh my God, how'd you do that?" I'm like, "Magic." But they didn't realize that I saw like
The time cycle.
the time cycle.
Yeah. And it is 3.
Mhm.
Yep, it's 3. From yellow to red is 3.
Yeah, usually, unless it's a timed.
Except for Florida.
Florida's weird.
Yeah, you guys have the longest fucking red lights.
Sometimes.
Oh my God, it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding you. There'd be some lights that were 5 fucking minutes long.
Mhm.
I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. I think that those are just on a timer, and then some of them have that switch, you know. So I don't know. It's weird.
Let's talk about our shit and go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, here, let me drop a quick.
We need to do our bumps.
Here.
Bumps.
Yeah, we gotta drop a bump. Which
more
one do
than
we
one.
want? Which one do we want today?
Miss Daphne Lage.
Oh, okay. Well, Miss Daphne Lage has a campaign that will be launching very soon. And so she's got to notify me on launch button. And there is a quick link at the end of this. Stay tuned. And up next, we have Symphonic Verses. You can go to symphonicverses.com/shop and get a free download for an introduction into this story. It is an upcoming TV series, which we're really excited about, and we're waiting to get the official press release to let you guys know what the details are of that. But if you want to get into the story, the books are available. They sell out quickly, so make sure you head over to symphonicverses.com/shop and get your copies today. We also have Little Bastard promos where you can do some shameless self-promotion. We highly recommend that you do. There are daily prompts there to post where you are selling or crowdfunding. And of course, you can drop in there and let people know if you are an artist and looking for commissions or a writer looking for a project. Definitely go into Little Bastard promos and do some shameless self-promotion. Let's see. Reading list. What's on your reading list?
Me?
Yeah.
Right now, The Listener.
That's what I have in front of me.
What?
The Listener.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get through my my convention stuff and the stuff that I got while I was gone. So I have
I've got 2 Marissa Pope covers.
Oh, nice.
So 1 and 3. I believe that's 1 and 3. And then I have When Wind Sweep, which is a different cover. So yeah, I'll be reading these. This is on my to-do list after I box up a few things. So it'll be like in between boxing and taking a break and all that good stuff. So Mike Jimmy says, gonna be reading issue 1 tonight. Got myself a booby corn.
A booby corn? What does it look like? This?
What is a booby corn?
A booby corn. I'm gonna show you.
I must know.
But since you did, nobody pays, nobody gets it for free.
Oh, ooh. That's a pretty cover.
It's a gorgeous cover. It's a gorgeous cover, and I'm so glad I picked foil.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Yeah, you know, it was. It kind of reminds me of something that Daphne said, that she would be very disappointed if people didn't crack the cover and read the book.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, why else do we write? Why else do we create?
Right.
I mean, as a writer, of course, I want people to read my stories, you know, and that would be very frustrating for me. I think, you know, like what the hell are you buying it for?
Good morning, afternoon,
why the hell
evening,
would you
Glenn.
buy a book if you're never going to read it? You
Right.
know? or just if
Well,
you're
I mean,
only
I get
getting it
some
for variant
people.
covers
Well, there
and
are
stuff, why
some
not get a
people.
print?
Well, because there are some people that it's not their thing and they just want to be supportive for their friends or to their
Yeah.
friends, and I get that. And then they're just collectors who like to get the number ones. But for me personally, like I read mine. I
Hmm.
read if I bought it from you, I'm reading it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of, hey, we should totally do another bump.
Ooh. Yeah, let's do it then. Let me find it. Let me find it. I'm actually working on another bump for him too. But
Oh sweet.
here we go. Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs is an active campaign right now on Kickstarter. And if you are tuning in, we have a bunch of links in our show description. So go over there and check out the different campaigns and where you can follow some of these creators. We'll be right back after this. You know what was really cool about talking to Dustin about his book Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs
What's that?
is that even though it's going to Totally Rad Comics, there's a storyline, and this is not a dig on Jimmy Noble.
No, because
Not at all.
I'll admit
Uh,
it. I love porn just as much as any dude, or well, any dude that'll admit he likes porn. Uh, but but while you do get that naughty in there, you also get the story that we're used to getting, like with Greed and with the listener from Dustin.
right.
So it's like totally rad with
You're
heart, not just random body parts.
well, and yeah, with a pretty decent story arc that will continue on.
Very decent story arc.
A
I
very
love the
decent story
idea
arc.
of the metropolis and the ever
Well,
changing
you've got
city.
Maya, Eve, and Ricky,
Hmm.
who are like so. You've got like you're getting introduced into their world and their story and what they're about, and hopefully that develops into like further character development, which is really kind of cool. So and it's kind of funny, and like I was saying before, it's not a dig on Totally Rad Comics or Jimmy Noble. We love him. In fact,
But
we
absolutely,
spent a good amount of time with him at MegaCon, and in fact, he came over to the house and we made dinner and all that stuff. We broke bread, and he'll even say, he's like, yeah, the dialogue in my books is kind of like oohs and
ooh,
ahs,
Oz.
you know.
He loves. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And that's great. There's definitely a market for that, but the reason behind Dustin bringing this Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs to Totally Rad Comics is a very personal reason, understandably so, but it doesn't go there with just oohs and ahs. You will have that too, but there's also
There's
a
a
compelling story arc that's
yeah.
in there. Character development, really good art, lots of covers that you would expect from a Totally Rad product, but with Dustin Brunell
And that
flair.
sweet touch, yeah, that heart.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of heart in the story, and so it's kind of trying to find that happy merge of
Right.
the two worlds. Mm. So yeah, I would say definitely check that out and watch our interview with him. because how he feels about his characters, what he's developing, comes from not only his head but his heart, and he loves all of the things that he's developing, as we all should. Um, and that kind of speaks to what we were talking about before. Might not have even been on a Ragin vlog, but writing writing for trends or writing for yourself.
Right.
You know, um, I think there is a difference between them.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
I mean, because I write all kinds of things. Like I will write trends because that's part of my job on Geek Insider. Is like what is the here and now. What's really cool now might not be really cool a year from now, or even 6 months or 2 months from now,
Well, right.
right? But when we're writing for the passion of it, because we have to, because the words are in our head, the characters, maybe
And the
it's
trends just happen to fall in if they fall into the story.
right, but not
Right.
because of it.
Right. No,
You know,
that's the evergreen. That's the
that's the
everlasting stories.
right. You want
That's
something that'll stand the test of time, and
right.
and that's really cool. That's where good storytelling comes from. That's where like our folklore, um, and a lot of those legends come from the spoken word or the written word that's carried down from generation to generation because it touched you in a way that is compelling and timeless. So,
Right.
and that's the kind of storytelling that I like, and I know that Dustin uh, is of the same mindset. When it comes to storytelling, you want it to be timeless so that you can
Ooh.
carry it on. So, I heard the synopsis of Life on Korra number 10 today. It's getting dark. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. Hey, Mike, Jimmy, you gonna give us a?
Spill
You
the
gonna give
tea.
us?
Spill the tea.
Mm-hmm. Give us a little preview, a little sneaky peek.
You know we're totally NDA, bro.
And Mike Jimmy says, "Appear for the babes, stay for the story." That's right.
Exactly.
hmm
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is, and it's kind of finding that hybrid to share it with people. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a TNA book."
It's not.
Kind
No,
of,
it's
because
not. It's really not. Even from the 8-page preview, it's really not. It's not a TNA book. It's just a book that happens to have TNA in it.
well, okay, that is accurate. So, and Mike Jimmy says, "We go back to the mountains," and Fizurko saying, "Come on, we're at 4." That's right. But that's really cool that you're already at writing out 10 because art takes time. Trust me, I know. I've got stories galore, and it's going to take me a hot minute to get the budget together to pay artists to do what I want.
I think that hot minute's going to come faster than you're anticipating.
We'll see.
No, I
We'll
really
see.
do. I just like
I'm
the
not
way
putting.
things took off for us. Like it's awesome,
I'm
dude.
not going to put all the eggs in one basket,
No, I'm not saying
or
do that.
all my hope is hinged on one thing or two. Even, it's just I've
No,
been doing this long enough that we were talking about this yesterday.
don't rain on my parade, Meredith.
Failure is
Look,
familiar. Success is kind of scary, and it's just
but
like
no,
when you're
but
on the
C pointed
brink.
that
Hey,
out. It's still not success that you're afraid of. It's failing after the success. So it's still
hmm,
fear of failure. Like C brought that up to me yesterday. He was like, I hate when people say that. And I'm like, well, why? Because it is outside of our comfort zones. But why are we're not afraid to succeed because we have that desire and we all want to. We're
right.
afraid of failing after the success. Built like
Okay, yes and no, but if you don't know what success feels like, then it's still an unknown. I can see
well,
his point
yeah,
though.
but I get his point totally. Like
And Mike Jimmy says his writers are insane. It's incredible and anxiety inducing. Well, I think that's great though that you have your writers that are on board who are excited, who have already gotten to the 10th issue. That's really cool.
hey Meredith,
Um, hey, what?
I love you. I got pee.
Oh my God. Does that mean we have to go?
No, I'll be
All right.
back.
Well, here, what I can do is this. For a 10% discount on your Gemini mailers, make sure that you go to coupon code VOLT10. That is at GeminiComicSupply.com. That's right. You want to save your comics and ship them safely in Gemini mailers, and you can get a 10% discount by using coupon code VOLT10, VOLT. 10, and that is courtesy of Indie Volt. Thank you to Varian Grant, which, by the way, we are simulcasting to Indie Volt, and they are finally monetized. So you can do super chats over there. That's right. Tip the shows while you're tuning in. That would be great. I'm sure they would appreciate it. We are also simulcasting to Geek Insider, Comics More New Jersey, as well as Ragin ABC. Hit the button. I monologued as much as I possibly could with that card, and Nita is not back. What are you doing, Nita? Take care of that bladder, man.
Dude, I drank too much coffee. I didn't even dry my hands. Okay. I didn't even zip my pants, but we're not even going to talk about that. I'm back.
Hey, I'm still wearing my Wonder Woman pajama bottoms. Yeah. I ain't wearing pants.
I'm wearing them. They're just unbuttoned and unzipped because I was like doing the mad dash. Wash your hands. Get back in the chair. Like, I drank way too much coffee this morning.
Yeah, so on my to read list, and let me know what you guys are reading. Also, I'm kind of interested to know whether it's prose, whether it's comics, or whether you're just busy writing your own. That would be awesome. Let us know, and drop those links in Little Bastard promos, because that's how we're spending our day. Like every morning, we try and check it, and then we're going to share that out to our social media. But I've got the list. I mean, look at this. This is a beautiful
That is
cover.
gorgeous. I think that's my favorite. Like, I would tattoo that on my body.
I think this is one of my favorite Marissa Pope covers.
I would totally tattoo that on my body.
So I've got 3 books on my list right now. Plus, I've got Greed. Greed looks like a fun book that I haven't read.
Yeah, Greed is going to be awesome.
So there's that.
She loved it.
Yeah, so after this, I'm packing books so that it can go out in tomorrow's mail, and that's finally off my desk, thank goodness. And those are here. Let me show you really quickly. All right, so what I did with this was, because they are my book. Look at that. Ta-da-da. I've got some reviews in the back and all that fun stuff. And the Kickstarter exclusive is limited to 100 copies.
Meredith Logroom.
Yes.
Book 2 has to have another quote on the back.
What's that?
I want my quote on there. This bitch is twisted. Yeah.
So what I did was, you can see, like, limited edition. This is for Kickstarter only, because on the back of it has the acknowledgments of all the people who supported my campaign when I crowdfunded. So I've got special Kickstarter acknowledgments, but it's also got the 8 pages, the first 8 pages of the comic book that I'm developing right now. Yeah.
Number 2. Number
1 went to my husband. So it's got the pencils of the first 8 pages of The Dying. So that is a horror comic that I'm working on, and it's got I need to pay for like 14 more pages of art, which is going to take a hot minute. You know why? Because Uncle Sam decided, $1,200 of your tax return is not coming to you for whatever reason. I have no idea why, but there goes that. So I've got to hustle. I gotta pay for art. I gotta find ways to do it. What are you doing, Nita?
Smelling you.
I didn't rub it on my armpits or anything.
You should have. It would have felt more personal.
It's like, pull out a piece of hair. There's some DNA with your book.
Be like, yes.
No.
Yes.
So yeah, that's limited to 100, and then the next edition will be up on Amazon. So that should be available worldwide, which was part of the reason why I did not have the Kickstarter open to shipping worldwide, because I knew it was eventually going to go to Amazon. Because
That's
because
Brian's thing.
shipping prices are just like ridiculous and stuff like that. However, I
They are.
would. I mean, if you guys are really interested, I mean, basically, book plus shipping to get an exclusive copy. I still have extra copies of that, set aside that didn't sell. I just wanted to. I like the number 100. It's a nice even number.
You're pretty damn close to that anyway, weren't you?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty close.
So that's limited.
What surprised me was that I had more people who wanted the physical copy than the PDF. That kind of surprised me. And I was just like, pure profit. No, you guys had to get the book.
You damn straight I wanted the book.
I am so grateful for that. Honestly, it was really cool to open up the box. And I mean, there are a couple of them that have the covers were a little bit bent because of how they packed them. It wasn't the great packing job from the printer, but it is what it is. And those copies are going to go to family because they didn't back my Kickstarter. So I'm like, here, take that one. Ah. So that's about it. The Compendium of Dread, Volume 1, was intended to be a collaboration with a lot of other writers, and that fell apart. And it took a couple of years to put it together and just say, finally, you know what? I'm ready to print this sucker. With or without you. And it was without them because they all disappeared. They were really excited about the call to action, but when it came time to deliver, not one delivered a story. So it's a book of all of my stories and microfiction. So like the microfiction ones, some of them were like as short as like those 6-word stories, and what I did was I took them and I made them into 99 words. So those 1-page stories, literally 99 words, you can count them each. That was fun to do. It's kind of a challenge within a challenge. So Mike Jimmy says it's always fun in games until actual work comes into play, right? I'm hoping to do a book too. I've got a new network of writers and friends who say that they're excited about working together. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens because I am going to have a tight deadline and make it happen. With or without you guys, I'd rather work with you guys because that sounds like fun.
It does.
Nita, you going to write a story?
I told you a soft yes.
A soft yes.
Very soft.
I know where you are. You're in here every day with me. And I will hound you, woman. I will hound you.
But see, for you. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I took some more of that oil because I like the way it makes me feel, but I don't like the way it tastes. It's like greasy bong water.
I told you, like throw it on a cookie or something.
I don't want to eat a cookie. That's the whole point in going with CBD instead of THC because the CBD has the same positive
but if it tastes
without the
munchies,
it does. It tastes awful. Like I'm not even gonna lie, but I love it. Like seriously, I'd buy it again and I'd suffer through it every fucking time because I swear to God, Meredith, it's weird. I don't feel high, but all the things that go along with the fucking high when I just smoke or eat an edible, the relaxation, it keeps me calmer. I'm mellowed out, but I can still focus. Whereas, like, if I'm smoking weed, I'll be like mellow and calm, and I'll be sitting here working with you, and I'll be like, damn, I wonder what would happen if a hedgehog jacked off on a rainbow. Or some weird, just stupid shit. Or look out the window and it's like, what is that fucking lizard doing out there? It's like, but with this, it's cool. So now I've found my daytime cure, and I'm gonna stay with my nighttime because CBD oil does cost a pretty fucking penny if you're getting good shit.
Yeah,
if you're getting good quality, you're gonna look to pay $100 for a 30 milliliter bottle. I wouldn't trust that generic shit you get in all the head shops or whatever. But this
Yeah.
mount push stuff is pretty. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It works. It works. I would definitely rather see about going with their gummy line because, like I said, I'm not a fan of the taste, but the taste is not going to deter me from not using the product.
But it doesn't make you feel like uh
But I don't feel like I'm not stupid. It's the all the positive stuff without the stupid. Like I'm
but
not
not like a
high.
zombie, not
No,
like
no.
listless or like you don't feel like
Well,
doing anything.
I did a full dropper, and it kind of made me want to go to sleep for a little bit. So
Hmm.
I have to I have to find my dosage,
Hmm.
and I think that's somewhere between a quarter and a half a dropper. But I've
Okay,
noticed the full effects last me about 2 hours. So yeah, and a quarter dropper a couple times a day might be what I'm looking for. And then in
cool.
the evenings, the edibles, because we can get stupid then and watch movies. But right now, I need to focus.
Right, right, because
And
we
I
got
can't
work to
do
do.
that if I'm worried about the lizard outside.
I don't have I get those I get the paranoia whenever I've smoked, and
Oh, I'll do that too.
it doesn't matter which strain it is, because I have no idea. Usually it's like a friend who used to like pass a joint or whatever, say, hey, take a hit off of this pipe, and I'm like, okay, and the next thing I know is like, what's that? Do you know I'm high? Oh my god, and it's like, no,
Oh
it's
my
not
God,
that.
you're obnoxious. I'm gonna have to bring you some good weed, Meredith. I'm gonna have to show you what
I won't do, and it's
I
kind of
will
funny
fucking be
too,
like. Here,
because
Meredith, you
I
want
don't
this
know
gummy bear? And
I
you'll be
don't
like,
know if it's
okay.
hereditary. I don't know if it's hereditary, because the first time that I found out that my parents had tried pot, I was shocked. And then they told me, both of them told me, it's like, no, I don't do it because it makes me paranoid. And it's just like, oh my God, me too. And they looked at me and they were like, you tried pot? And it was just like, yes. Like,
No,
I never lied to them.
like no, you just have to have the right strain or the right combo. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know. I don't know.
I'm
It's
telling
just,
you.
that's why,
You
like,
better never take candy from me again, because I am gonna dose you, Meredith.
I had the tincture and I was like, I know I'm never going to use this. That's why I
But
gave
this
it to
isn't
you.
the same. No, this is totally different. This would not make you paranoid at all. This is straight up cannabinoids. This is like
But I
there
wouldn't
the
even
the
know. I wouldn't even,
THC level is so low on this, it's not even gonna register on a drug test.
but I wouldn't even know, like, why would I even use it?
For migraines, for anxiety, for whatever.
Mm,
Like
I don't know.
this is but the snake oil without being but legit. Like it's the cure all. Like I'm serious. It's good for anxiety. It's good for depression. It's good. Like if you combine
Well,
it
because
with
I know
like
that you've done the
certain
research on it,
medication.
because, yeah, because you use it because of anxiety and things like that.
Right, right. And it's so much better than self-medicate. Okay, like here's the deal. Like I'm going to say something that's completely controversial. I believe that marijuana makes me a better mother.
Hmm.
In that respect, I mean that I have so much anxiety, and because I have post-traumatic stress and things like that, I get on edge real easy.
Hmm.
Um, but when I have cannabis, it's I'm not the same. I'm more relaxed. I'm more mellow. The
More
kid,
patient.
I'm more patient with the kids. But the problem with it comes in when we're homeschooling. Like I was telling you earlier today, when it's THC that I'm using to self-medicate, the difference is while I'm more patient and calm, I'm having a hard, like, here we go. Mike Jimmy's going to laugh at this one. Here we go. I'm trying to teach you long division, but I'm still worried about that fucking lizard outside my window. Did the little guy eat? Is he hungry? Is he caught between the screen, or does he want to get out on that tree? Or is that his home? If I go and relocate him, am I taking him away from his family? Like, what's up with that dude? I don't know his story. But with this, I'm going to focus on the long division and still be calm. It just like, and
Oh my
he's right.
God.
Like this CBD oil is very very good for anti paranoia. It has a very calming effect. You know,
That's funny. That's funny. So now you need a story about the lizard.
mm,
We need a lizard story, Nita. Make it
mm,
happen. Oh my God, that has to be done. You totally have to do it. I want the lizard story.
Oh my god! I'm
right, Mike Jimmy? We need the lizard
here.
story. I'm telling you, I need that in my life. That's like air to me right now. I'm not even kidding. All right. Well, we got to get out of here, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And
hey, instead of throwing our regular outro today,
yeah,
we did the Gemini mailer, right?
I did the Gemini mailer.
Okay, that was when I went to the bathroom. Okay, let's run Amy Hale's commercial because, like, her and her old man, they both ended up with COVID and medical expenses, and things are tight and whatever. And I just feel like showing her a little love.
All right. Well, Amy Hale has got a bunch of books. They're out on Amazon, and I need to share the link. But here is her bump. Here you go. So the last time I heard, John is out of the hospital and back home. So we're really happy to see that. But yeah, I mean, those bills just piled up. It wasn't so much the hospital, it was the medication.
Right.
So,
and that long-term effect stuff there. So if you got the time, the money, and the interest, dude, head over there and show her some love.
Show her some love. Buy a book. Leave a review. Reviews are very helpful for people, especially on Amazon. And Mike Jimmy says, I will hear the lizard story someday. Absolutely. He says, bring us the lizard. Nita.
Yo.
Make it happen. I have to have it. I have to have that in my life.
That was the extent of the story. Like, I'm going to make you, like, what? I know what I'll do. I'll make you a strip.
You going to put it on Webtoons or something like that?
No, fuck all that. That's going to be an actually just...
I want a lizard story. I think you can make it happen. Like a whole floppy on this lizard story.
Oh, my God.
Totally.
No, I don't have time for this shit. We have stuff to do. We have
hey, you know what? If you actually made that and had art for it, oh my God, I would totally throw that up on a.
Who's gonna art my lizard story? Artists are expensive, Meredith.
You're married to one.
My throat.
He would totally do He would totally do a lizard story because it's cute. It's adorable. Mike Jimmy says no balls. Do it. Do it.
Oh my God, get me out of here.
I need it in my life, really. I'm going to work on her.
What you need in your life, you need to be backing and boarding and packing. That's what you need to be doing in your life so we can get to work.
Fine. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay productive, be kind, hit the button. And Nita.
Yo.
Final words.
Throw my dudes.
We're out of here. Bye.